Good morning, my angels. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome home. All I can say is, what a trip. Genuinely a trip of a lifetime. It's too difficult to really put into words how spectacular New York was. We were there for 5 nights and 6 days. Well, you guys probably know that by now, and fingers crossed you guys have been loving all of the content. When I say that we poured, and when I say we, obviously myself, Mark, I'm like literally even getting goosebumps. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think. Meanwhile, Mark is very, very supportive of what I do for a living and is always quietly in the background, sort of giving me the time to do what I need to do. But the fact that he was at the forefront of all of it, he was like, yeah, let's do it, like Times Square. I mean, it was just, everything was insane, and the time that he gave me. Meanwhile, he doesn't usually ever shoot anything. My girls are really normally always the wind beneath my wings, but Marcus was just the knight in shining armor on this trip. And of course, my team, getting all the SD cards into the computer, uploading everything onto the Google Drive, the girls downloading it all and turning it around as quick as we have done is something that I just feel really, really lucky and really blessed. So when I say I truly hope you adored all the content, I just can't even begin to tell you how much love, passion and fun has gone into creating all of it. So I really feel like you came to New York with us, literally, quite literally, and I did things that I was like, oh gosh, I really want to show them this and I really want to show so and so that, and fingers crossed we were able to do everything that you would have wanted to see. And I really do think that. I think we really got the best of everything. We went to go and see, of course, all of those incredible landmarks, from the Empire State Building to Bergdorf's to Central Park, Manhattan. Even let's throw in Trump Tower because we were walking past. Yeah, there were so many amazing things that I was desperate to see, as well as places that I've had on my bucket list, especially restaurants, for years. And then of course celebrating Nikki and Taylor and their love, the bride and groom to be, and everything, every single detail was so well thought out. But what I loved the most is that everybody just brought their A game. It was so happy, and although everything was very glitz and glam, and I'm sure definitely added up, it still somehow had this wonderful family, wholesome, extremely tight-knit feeling whereby I felt so honoured to have even been there. And I mean, honoured is not even a word that even describes it well enough for me to be able to be there next year, standing by Nikki's side. I am going to be a mess. You know how emotional I am with these things. Luckily, she's been one of those brides that's shown me the dress already. I know. So fingers crossed I'm going to be like somewhat prepared. I'm going to blub anyway. But do you know what I mean? I just think, yeah, it's going to be sensational, and I just can't wait. It's kind of was like apart from the engagement party, which sadly I wasn't able to make, it's kind of like the starting, like, kickoff to all the wedding activities. And it was insane. Like, Dante was incredible, and if ever you are going to New York, make sure that it is on your restaurant list. The other place, Carbone, I will caveat that it is expensive. Save your pennies, because trust me when I say that burrata and caviar is worth every single nibblingtons. What else was amazing? If you are a matcha girly, Matcha Full, hands down the best matcha I've ever had in my life. Reformers, definitely former Pilates, was incredible. And trust me when I say they even gave Bamford a run for their money. Holy smokes. Nikki and I were like, shaking, and I was looking at her. I was also somewhat hungover, so fingers crossed that that definitely makes me feel better. But I was looking over to Nikki, and Nikki was not doing well, and then Nikki said she looked at the other girl on the other side to like get some form of comfort and be like, oh, this is hard, and the other girl was like pounding it. I was like, oh. But you know when you look at the instructor and you're like, well, if I'm gonna look like you, I'm just gonna do an extra set here. Oh, anyway, it was just insane. Nikki's birthday, they went out. When I say I had to tap out, it's extremely unlike me, but we had been at Dante. We'd done like over 12 hours by this point. I was done, and I don't want to be a moaning Minnie. All I am gonna say is the feet are not in a good way. I have been living with ice packs, elevation, the flight was not ideal, and actually even my left leg is really not doing well. But anyway, I've wobbled on. I am home. I am excited to be home. I love coming home, and I feel like I use it as a bit of a reset. I'm sorry, as always, I'm looking for a comb. For those of you who know me well, and these are like the little things, I'm always looking for a comb. And actually for my birthday, the girls were like, why don't we order some combs? So like in every single handbag or every single place where you are, whether it's your laptop or by the cameras or in the kitchen or in your handbag, you can have a comb. And so this delivery arrived and it had something like 200 like little plastic combs from Amazon. I was like, girls, I think this is too many. And can I find one? No. And look at the state of this. Finally found a comb. Sorry about that. I felt like all of the rustling was not only driving me crazy, I'm sure it was driving you crazy. But this vlog is kind of gonna be a back home vlog. Super cozy, really wholesome. We're going to unpack all of the bits and bobs that I bought in New York. Maybe do a bit of a simple, I've got no fresh florals in the house, but so we can get all of the pumpkins out. The time has come that it is officially pumpkin season, so we can do a gorgeous little tablescape together. I've also got some ripe pears in the orchard, so we will go foraging, get the pears. I also have some dark chocolate. We can also pick loads of the walnuts off of the ground. All of our walnut trees have been dropping them left, right and centre since I've been away. And actually a massive compliment that my brother gave me the other day, which I just couldn't believe, is that his like death row meal is my pear, dark chocolate and banana crumble. I don't have any bananas, but I could possibly beg Marcus to go on a bit of an expedition to retrieve some bananas, maybe from Hambledon stores or our local Lacey's farm shop. And if you will go and do that, we will bake that together. We're going to do dinner, also going to get ready together. I'm just going to pop on a really natural but glowy, kind of that makeup look where I'm working from home but still want to feel put together and pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that, and I will see you guys downstairs for probably my second coffee of the day, and then it will be our time to get into that suitcase, and I may or may not have introduced and welcomed to the pack a few more sausages, so I'm definitely going to need your help to name them. And as you know, our names are rather ridiculous, but anyway, I'll see you guys downstairs in just a jiffy. There we go, a 3-minute super easy, very, very glowy makeup look. I'm gonna pop some clothes on, so I cannot be in a dressing gown all day, and we'll head downstairs. And we will get into a whole world of autumnal fall heaven.
Come on then. Come on then. Look at all of these leaves falling, Oats. Huh? It's almost time for the dreaded pumpkin outfit. Oats? The pumpkin outfit? He's like, don't you dare. Come on then, boys. Let's go out. Right. We're going to head around the orchard and we are going to collect some pears, which is so exciting. I've actually got a few trees that are bearing pears for the very first time, and I am so excited. I think they're going to be crunchy and crisp. Steve has just been out and striped up the lawn. My goodness gracious me, it looks like this is the country's version of a red carpet. It is just divine. Look at how beautiful and luscious that is. Come on then, my sweet precious child. Odie is perfectly mown just for you. Come on. Come on, you little scrunch skin. Yes, here he comes. Hi, my sweetie. Good boy. He's like, excuse me, I think you're missing something. Where is my treats? Hey, boys, huh? You're getting old, Rafski-skis. Rafski-skis. Huh? I know, your mummy's sweepy. Huh? You're an old man now, Rafski-skis. An old man? Come on then, let's go. Let's go, boys. Go on. Only sometimes needs a little bit of a nudge of encouragement. Look at this. Oh, it smells just divine. And all of the leaves, you would have seen it in the intro, all of the golden leaves are out, and also the walnuts. I should have brought my truck. Okay, so I'm going to give the boys a very quick spin and then I'm going to come back with my little bucket or truck and we are going to pick up some walnuts because I think I might adapt my recipe slightly and do a pear dark chocolate walnut, and if I can persuade Marcus, banana crumble for this evening. My father is flying in for a few days and he's coming over for dinner this evening, and it's not that often that Mark and I have dinner with my dad by ourselves because obviously we've always got mummy, and so it's going to be really lovely. I'm going to make a chili con carne. He absolutely loves chili con carne. It's one of those meals that I can just whack it all in the Le Creuset, put it in the slow cooker of the Argo, and it kind of just works its magic in its own wonderful way, and then it's ready to rock and roll from when I need it. I've also done enough that I can have lunches for the next few days, and I don't know about you, but I love a good old chili con carne. Anywho, so we're going to do chili con carne. I'm going to do a bit of like a mashed guac situation for the side, sour cream, and that will be for dinner. And then of course the crumble will be for pudding. But here we are. This is our tree, and this is, well, one of the trees, I should say. There are hundreds in this orchard, but this is the tree that we've been waiting for, and this is, like I said, is the first year that she has beautifully bared fruit. Not many. This one up here looks like it could be. They're still a little bit hard. The pears on the other side seem to be doing, see, that one feels actually really rather nice. Should we try? There we go. I feel like we should just have like a little bit of a nibble now. Oh, it's delicious. They're almost too good to cook. What about these ones? Those ones I think are too hot. I mean, how perfect is that? That could literally be in a painting. Partridge in a pear tree. It won't be long, it won't be long. We still have so many apples. I need to do another apple haul. Look at the ground. the sausages. I've been picking apples, peeling them and popping them in the freezer for the winter. But I might need to buy a few more freezers at this rate. There we go, I've got a few more pears here. These are little mini ones. How gorgeous they are. Isn't that stunning? They're so pretty. I think these guys feel ripe. Right. Perfection. Personified. I'm not really doing a very good job at this one-handed, am I? I also need to go and get myself a trug, so I think I might go and do that and come back and collect pears and walnuts for a delicious pudding. There's a wig pig foraging.
He's such a little beauty. He's mousing. Look at these apples. I also just can't get over all of the beautiful autumnal leaves. That is just stunning over there. I can also spot a little blonde sausage just about there. Do you see him? Lancelot! Hi! You spot him now? There he is.
Huh? Are you safaring? Are you safaring?
Oh, he's such a pickle. He's such a pickle. Right, and look at this beautiful tree here. Oh, look at how the leaves have in the last week just turned. So stunning. Absolutely stunning. I might have to come out here and pick up a few of the leaves from my tablescape this evening. Now, although I don't have any fresh florals, I do have a ridiculous amount of faux pumpkins and faux pears, and I'm thinking if we add a few of these beautiful crab apples and berries and apples and beautiful leaves, I think it could be so rustic and rather magical. All of the roses are in bloom. This is the second bloom that we've had. That little tree has got the final little beautiful burgundy leaves. The boys are mooching away. Hi, my sweet precious child. Come on then, let's go and get some more pears. We need to get pears and walnuts. And then I need your help. What on earth do I do with my quince? I normally do quince jelly, but in all honesty with you, I've got so much of it from the past 2 years. I need a little bit of inspiration. Look, they're everywhere and I feel terrible. I don't want them just sitting on the ground rotting, so we've got to do something. Whether I leave a couple of wheelbarrows outside our gates, just let people take them. Ah, right. Let's pick up some walnuts. Hey, Slots, Wigs, are you gonna help? You normally help me with the plums. Okay. And then I'll have to get my walnut cracker. Oh, these are so gorgeous. Oh, this is just the most magical feeling. It is so wonderful. And all of a sudden, the sun has come out. And how beautiful is it? Blue skies, sunshine, orchards, and the English countryside, sausage dogs, birds squeaking, little sweet little planes flying, and this is what I call heaven. Okay, so I think for now this is going to be most certainly enough for our pudding this evening. So let's head inside. I'm gonna clean and wash my pears. I'm going to crack a few walnuts and then we are going to unpack probably the most exciting suitcase of all time. So back inside, and I've got one of these desperately old-fashioned Cracker Jacks, and they're brilliant for cracking walnuts. She says, bear with, I've got to get this thing back down. There we go. And then you simply put the walnut like so, and then you just keep pumping on the side panel until the walnut gets up to the top. You basically place the blade on the little crack of the walnut, and then it just pops it open. There we go. And it will pop each side. Now the tricky part is not eating all the walnuts before you sort of get a good batch of them. Oh gosh, nothing more delicious than a fresh walnut. Gosh, so scrumptious. At this time of year you see the squirrels running havoc with them. Isn't that beautiful? Is that amazing? Also, nature is amazing. When you first start off with these green little, what look to be almost like little kiwi size, and the drier and drier they get, then you end up with a walnut. It's just amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and crack some walnuts, and I'm going to let them dry a little bit, and then they'll be perfect for the crumble. I promise I won't eat them all. After cracking walnuts for what feels like about 3 hours, it definitely wasn't. Let's unpack this desperately exciting suitcase together. Odes, what's Mummy got in here? I know. Odie's down here. I think I might actually have to, oh my goodness. Okay, I might have to move you guys back a little bit just so that you can see what I'm doing, and I will try and come forward and show it to you close up. As you can see, Raffy is just McSnoozling. Odie's a lot more excited about what's going on here. Okay, so actually at the front, I packed the linen that I bought at Williams and Sonoma, just to give the front of the suitcase a bit of padding. No matter how many fragile stickers you put on a suitcase, I understand that the wonderful baggage handlers, they've got thousands of suitcases, they're unlikely to, I don't know, there's a sticker for a reason, but I like to be on the safe side. So I bought beautiful, very sort of like Harvest Festival vibes, definitely Thanksgiving vibes. And hang on a minute, I put my tripod in here as well. That's handy. And then Mark's t-shirts just to pad it out, but just to show you how cute these are. How sweet. So these are Pottery Barn's little, what do they call these? Bedford Harvest cord. And they're beautiful little napkins. So I'll take them off and show you. How sweet is that? They're like little gourds, they're pumpkins, they've got long wheat grass, And they're this beautiful, they're kind of like, I wouldn't call them oatmeal, but I also wouldn't say that they're like a fresh white. They're perfect. They're going to go with the majority of linens I own. And whether you want to have like a really rustic tablescape or even use the Hessian as the runner, you can kind of do anything you want with it. But they did also come with matching runners. Odie, if I may move you, do you want to say hi? Is that the situation? He wants to say hi. You happy mummy's home? He gets very depressed when he sees the suitcases coming out. So don't worry, you're not going. I'm not going anywhere. Mummy's just come home. He gets a bit worried about the situation. And then these are the beautiful matching runners. They've got like beautiful florals. Absolutely stunning. Let me get this off and show it to you. Oh, how cute is this? So I bought 2 of these runners and I just thought they're so sweet. They've got this gorgeous sort of like harvest, beautiful pumpkin, floral daisies. It is so, so pretty the whole way around. I think it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to be creating a beautiful tablescape this autumnal season with these bits and bobs. So Odie is actually currently sat on the other ones. Can I move you slightly? Why don't I put you up on the chair with your brother and then you can McSnoozle? Yeah, you want to come up here with your brother? Or do you want to help mummy? Do you want to help mummy? Or what's the situation? He's getting a bit upset about the situation. Hang on a minute. Okay, I've had to bring you lower. So that you can actually see what I'm talking about. Odie is literally just here overseeing the situation. Do you want to come and get involved? What's in here? You might have a brother in here, Odes. What is this? Oh my goodness! We need to welcome your brother to the family. Oh, isn't she perfection? A roofie. I know, Rafiki. You've got a new brother. I know, and look at how beautiful. Guys, you don't have gold toes. You don't have gold toes. You might have delicious kisses, but you don't have gold toes. How divine is this? This is the Mackenzie Childs dachshund. She has, or he has, what are you? I think it's a she. She has a beautiful little gold tail, little gold toes, and it is just pure perfection. Even the tiny little gold nose. Oh, Odie, Mummy's lost it. Mummy's gone crazy. Now, when it comes to things like this, one cannot buy just one. They have to come as a set. I'm not quite sure where the other one is currently. My poor husband, I took all of his white t-shirts to sort of just stuff around the edges just to make sure that they came home safe and sound. Da, da, da. Guys, look! What did Mummy get? I know, Mummy's sausage dog obsessed. I am. All of these little waggly tails. You guys can't actually see them. They're so sweet. Do you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Look. Oh my god. Oh, a roof. A roofie. Oh, you're such sweet peas. Right, well, those are just the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And as you guys know, so this actually isn't just a black and white check. Have a little look at this. You can actually see the little brush strokes and the detail and this beautiful pattern. It is stunning. Like, look at its little gold nose. It is so beautiful. Odie is actually currently trying to get into the suitcase. Exhibit A. What are you doing in there, little man? You are so badly behaved. People think that you guys are so well behaved with this whole bedtime routine. Actually, the truth is, you're all horrendous. Yes, don't be fooled by the angel faces. This morning I was left quite the presents by all of them. I don't know what went on last night. They didn't even get any tidbits, and I tell you, you must have been going out last night. I know! Look at how cute this is! It is so cute. So this just isn't any pumpkin. This is a Mackenzie Child's pumpkin. It is just too cute. She has a gold stalk and a cute little bug creature on it. I thought it was just too cute. As cute as a boot. I can't bear it. And all of the beautiful little gold details. It's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So that is going up there. Yes, these are more McNizzles. Okay, let's get this out. And I kind of, again, Mark's t-shirt for stuffing. Pop that up there. That can go in the bin. Williams and Sonoma bag. Now this is where it gets very exciting, because I bought probably the majority of the contents of their cinnamon rolls, definitely their pumpkin spice bread, because although I know it's super autumnal, it's actually our Christmas Day tradition. Last year I couldn't get my hands on it, and so I literally made it from scratch. Although it was good, it just wasn't this. And you know me, I love baking from scratch. Wiggy, I can't with you. You're so sweet. He's like sitting down as though it's a treat. Come here. Come here. It's not a treat, baby. It's not a treat. You just have to sit down like a good boy. But this is their quick bread. And you literally add milk, 2 eggs, salted butter, packet of the mixed bread, and that's it. They give you a few other options as to whether you want to make a cream cheese topping. Enjoy the irresistible flavors of cinnamon rolls in a homemade quick bread. We make it simple with the premium mix that features real butter and vanilla, plus sweet cinnamon sugar swirl. Oh, it's so good. And for those people who have made cinnamon rolls from scratch, you'll know that it's a labor of love. The amount of time it takes, you've got to let it rise, let it rise, let it rise, let it rise, and then when they come out, let them cool, let them cool. Oh, it's about 17 hours, 462 days by the time that you can actually have a cinnamon roll. So this is fabulous and cuts the time literally more than half. So I did get really rather a few, and I had to get, I will actually give it to them before they see this vlog. I do also need to unwrap this, but I'm trying to get over here. I got the girls a little pumpkin spice each. So they had to have the butter. They've heard me bang on about it for so long that I was like, no, they have to have one, and they get to experience it. So this is the spiced pecan pumpkin with the pumpkin butter. The pumpkin butter, let me tell you, is just elite. It is so good. For those US subscribers out there, I know there are a lot of you. If you have not tried this, stop what you're doing, order right now online. I will leave the link in the description box down below if I'm allowed to. I don't know whether the Williams and Sonoma website is up and running in the UK yet. If it is, then I will link it in the description box. If not, Google it, because you need to know about this, or head to your closest store. So this is what it looks like, featuring Wiggy's nose. And I can also see, look at this sweet precious child just sat here so beautifully. And then this is the pumpkin and caramel. So I got quite a few options for the cupboards. The girls are going to have one of these each. I'm going to put one of those to the side. And then I picked up pumpkin spice, pumpkin pecan, cinnamon rolls. There's quite a few. Okay, right. Boys, this is not for you, I'm afraid. Okay, not for you. And then, so really randomly and very, very unlike me, I'm actually gonna have to change the battery. 1 second, I'm gonna change the battery and I shall be back. Okay, here we go. New battery in, and a really random one. So I have this beautiful, God, here I go again. I'm up and down like a yo-yo, but I'm gonna go and get it. We have this beautiful cloth. It's almost like a cake dough, but it's the netting top, and I bought it, and for some reason, it's really rather unlike me, I never bought the stand. So we always have it on our like large circular chopping board. So if there's anything that, you know, I may have made brownies or a cake, or, you know, sandwiches, or if maybe I've made something for lunch that I haven't eaten the rest of, I'll just pop this over the top. And when I was in Mackenzie Childs in New York, I suddenly saw this and I was like, with this on the top, and I was like, oh, it's the stand for my cloth. So of course, one must get the matching stand. Oh my gosh, she went to town on this wrapping. Okay. Let's open this up. Right, boys. Lily, can you help me? I cling film. And they bubble wrapped it so well. The team, massive shout out to Mackenzie Childs on Spring Street in New York. Some of the kindest people ever. The lady could see that I was borderline hyperventilating over the sausage dogs, and she was like, sit down, darling, I'll bring the sausages to you. I was like, she was so sweet. They had these salt and pepper shakers. I was like, do you know what? I think even for me, the salt and pepper shakers might be a touch too much. But here we go. I just thought this is absolutely stunning and something that we will have forever. Like I was saying when I was in store, and on my previous vlog, you know, if you had absolutely everything in this check, I think it would be too much. But we have slight little hints here and there, from the tissue box to the beautiful pots on our hob. We have, I think, a chicken. We have a few of the like wooden spoons with these checks on the handles, and a couple of the serving platters. And now we have the correct cake stand. Isn't she magnificent? I'm just so in love with it. So, welcome to the family. Not quite sure where I'm going to put her. We should put her up there. Oh, Leonora, be careful. There we go. And then, whilst I was at Williams and Sonoma, it's become like a bit of a family tradition. My parents have always bought my brother this Williams and Sonoma, the original peppermint bark. And I know that most years my mother's like, how do I get a hold of it? My brother is now 32, so he's a little bit old to still be getting his childhood sort of stocking fillers, but I managed to pick it up, so he will be delighted come Christmas. And it is really rather tasty. If you like white chocolate and dark chocolate with like the peppermint, you know, the really traditional, gosh, what are they called? They're called, oh gosh, I'm going, you know, the peppermint, you're probably screaming at me, the little snowy things, or surely I might have to go and ask the girls. They're gonna be like, Leonora, what are you talking about? Oh God, remind me in the comments down below. What am I thinking of? It's like this shape. I'll put a picture up on here. Anyway, those are crushed into the top of the chocolate and it's divine. I feel like for those of you who know, you know. And then one could just not resist. One was just simply not enough. So I bought 3. I know, Mummy does not need any more pumpkins. But I was so excited. And how beautiful are these? So they are like a rattan straw rope pumpkin, a beautiful, beautiful size. And also, I just love the fact that no matter what time of year or what colour scheme I'm going for, they will fit right in. They're absolutely stunning, and like I said, they're timeless. And when it comes to Pottery Barn, they are so beautifully made as well. So I'm desperately excited about that. And then up here, which I actually packed in my main suitcase, because they needed a lot more. Oh, this is just the butter. This is more butter. Cinnamon apple butter. I should be making this myself, and I will do my own rendition, but goodness gracious knows what they put in here. Yeah, one is just not looking. Good thing Josie is not looking at the ingredients on that, but it is so delicious. And then talking of delicious, how cute are these little pumpkins? I just thought they were so classy and so different. They're this beautiful, like greasy, greeny grey, and you've got that beautiful, almost like an old-fashioned antique. Wiggy, what are you doing? It's kind of like an old antique-y, beautiful worn stone. They're stunning. And then you've got that beautiful ceramic gloss on the top, and they've got real weight to them too. So I think I bought 3 of those. I hope I bought 3 of those. We love an unboxing, don't we? We love an unboxing. And then look at that. How cute are they? So I think all together on the tablescape, it's going to look beautiful. So sweet. Here we go. So I will try and link these exact ones. If not, for my English girlies or girlies anywhere else in the world that can't get to a Pottery Barn, I will pop some relatively similar looking ones, if I can find them, in the description box down below. But that is everything that I bought from New York. It's been a bit of an autumnal fall pumpkin New York haul with a few sausage dogs. She's beautiful. Right, team angels, we need names. Give me your best names in the comments down below, but do keep in mind that we do have rather ridiculously over the top names for our dogs, so hit me with the good stuff, please. So I can't believe it, I'm so excited. And now I'm going to get all of my other pumpkin decor, full decor, and do a beautiful tablescape. I'm literally going to use everything that I have at home. No fresh cut flowers apart from what I will forage around the garden. I might go and cut some of the Annabelle hydrangeas at the front of the house, because I know Steve is going to start thinking of trimming them back, and maybe a few of the beautiful leaves, all those golden and burgundy leaves in the orchard. I then need to get this chili con carne on the road, and then I will make, like I said, if I can, I'll beg Marcus, I will make my pear dark chocolate, banana and walnut crumble together. Pumpkin bread and the cinnamon rolls and everything is put away. Dogs have been fed, so they aren't going to be little terrorists, little scrunchkins. That is going away. That is ready for Christmas. And now we need to make a very cute and very wholesome little tablescape, which would be so cute, because, as I said earlier, my father is joining us. So let's get this looking cute. I think one runner, yes, perfect. Gosh, it's such a great size. That is fan-tabby-dozy. And so I was just having a bit of a forage around the house, just trying to collect as many pumpkins and dried fruits as I possibly could. I don't know if I have a fabulous job. I think they must still be in the attic. However, I do have a fair few amount. So as always, I'm kind of doing a little bit of an edit up on the kitchen island and just having a little look at what I'm going to use. So shock horror, I'm going to do the edition 94 because I think the rattan little green edging is going to look so cute and tie in with our new pumpkins. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put placemats round for 8 because I think if I just put 3 it looks bizarre. So I'm going to do 8 placemats but only lay for 3. I'm going to lay the head, if that makes any sense. I'm going to do some green artichokes as little tea lights. I'm going to do loads of pumpkins and pears down the tablescape. And just going to build up all these beautiful bits and bobs. That's what we could do. We could even pop a pookie. Pop a pookie! I'm not sure where the pookie really goes because pookie's got red edging. However, I do have little gold lights too. These are green. These terracotta ones are delicious. I need to see whether I've got any more of those. They would definitely go with this tablescape. Also, those would go with this tablescape too. This is like my favourite part of a tablescape. It's like finding all of the bits and bobs, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to pop these over here with our edit. I shouldn't be so naughty. Right. And then you can kind of see everything together. And if something's jarring, it will stand out. I'm going to leave this beautiful little person actually by the fireplace because the greens and the golds, it's just working down there. And then I'm thinking, I think if all of the black and white together looks a bit much, but I'm thinking these sweet little dachshunds by the fireplace are giving. It's an absolute moment. Okay, right, I now need all of the pumpkins from up here. I have so many velvet pumpkins. Can I find them? No. Right, we're doing greens and whites and reds, oranges for this tablescape. This is going to look divine. I might, depending on how it looks and how it all comes together, hop outside and get some hydrangeas. Oh my gosh, that is far heavier than what I was expecting. One-handed. Okay. Oh, this looks so colourful and so gorgeous. Right, I'm going to bring you up here and show you what this looks like. So this is the edit that I've just popped together. So little cute little artichokes, and I need to pop some tea lights in them. These are the beautiful little napkins from Pottery Barn, Pottery Barn, Pottery Barn. Then we've got Mrs. Alice, little velvet floofy pumpkins. Not even sure where those pumpkins are from. And then an enormous amount of faux fruits. A few little pumpkins, pomegranates, pears, and a few apples. And I think it's going to come together just so beautifully. So I'm going to pop you on the tripod and I'm going to create this tablescape. Time to lay the table. So placemats is looking very bare. I'm going to lay the placemats. And then I can see how the colour ties in. And because we are 3, I really should lay the heads, but then I just think there's a lot going on it. Hang on a second. We need one more. There we go. Do we lay the heads? Maybe we do lay the heads. Oh, it's always a work in progress. No, I think they look so cute. No, I've changed my mind. Sorry guys, we're not laying the heads and I will just move it across. Terrible, isn't it? Right, I think we need to place the candles. Voila. And then we need to pull it tight. And I think if I can find them, I'm going to pop in the terracotta Rebecca Idyl candles. I need to light these as well. And I think they'll be the perfect colour. And not too orange, like I said, the terracotta but they'll just tie in the beautiful colours from the pumpkins. Now we need a few pumpkins. I'm going to do 1, 2. I think I'm going to not have these in a straight line. I'm going to do this one here and this one around here. Here she is doing her 10,000 steps around the table. Then I'm going to go in with the orange pumpkins. My goodness gracious me. I think these were a Pottery Barn buy. No word of a lie. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, my mother has literally transported these pumpkins around the world, and I'm very lucky that I have very gratefully ended up with them, and I use them every single year and I treasure them. I think they're so cute and they are just perfect. They're a bit bashed here and there, but they're so sweet. Now we have some green. Okay. Green is going to be tying in all of those gorgeous, beautiful florals and the leaves and the gourds. They're so stunning. And then for our gorgeous stone pumpkins from Pottery Barn, again I'm going to pop. Yeah, I'm going to put these in pride of place and put them down the middle. Oh my gosh, this is looking so cute. There we go. Although those are quite close together, I think they make such a statement. And in between, I've got our pookie lamps. I might only need, which ones are working? There we go. Might only need 2 pookies. We'll put a pookie in here, just to make sure we've got light on the table, and a pookie in there. And I think that's pookie perfect. Oh, she's hilarious. See you falling off your chairs laughing. Okay, now this is the situation where you're like, okay, is it becoming a little bit much? I'm going to put a few of these lovely little artichokes just to fill in any empty gaps, and then we're going to pop some pears on the table. Put this here. There we go. I've got white pumpkins as well. I mean, we might as well do the white pumpkins too. I think they look so cute. And it's just all these different textures. Like those orange pumpkins are almost frosted. They're so beautiful. And then I'm going to go in with these large pears. Also got some boards, which are so gorgeous. So they're really going to be tying in this beautiful runner. Almost, I think, the white actually. I think maybe what's over here. It's looking so cute. And kind of like have them falling on the sides a little bit. I think looks really sweet, rather natural. Looks cute. It's cute as a boot. Want a board. Couple of smaller pears, as always. You need to walk around the table. That looks so sweet. And I think a pear up here. I think I'm going to take away this white pumpkin. Not vibing with it. Not vibing. You could do some honeys, a pomegranate. Let's have a look. Beautifully hand painted pears are always stunning. So look at that, aren't they beautiful? They're just so simple. And to be honest with you, you could probably actually paint these yourselves. Just like a really gorgeous like arts and craft evening. Stunning. I mean, I could even place them on top of the bit much. Bit much, Leonora. I can't wait to do something with all of this and fresh florals. It can be such an insane tablescape. But for this evening, it's not necessary. Absolutely plenty on the table. And then all these gorgeous white pumpkins. I think can just literally, they blend so beautifully into the table runner that almost like they blend in, but the closer you look, the more sort of details you see. So pretty. And then because we've been talking about Mackenzie Childs, I'm also going to pop the Mackenzie Childs napkin ring holders. I popped the Datsuns by the fireplace. You can see where my father notices them. I mean, being a typical bloke, he doesn't really notice that much, to be honest with you. Sorry, any men out there, he doesn't notice that much when it comes to like decor. He'll look at this and be like, how over the top and ridiculous, Leonora. It's a Wednesday night and it's just the three of us. But anyway, always have to make a beautiful effort. There we go. They are gorgeous. So I'm going to do the napkins like so. The only thing about these is I personally think they need to go downwards. My mother would say that that is upside down, but what do you think? I would normally have them facing upwards, but then the pumpkin would be upside down. So I think today I'm going to do things just a little bit differently. I'm going to place them downwards, and I'll show you how I've done it. So I'm just simply popping these like so in a normal square, and then I should really have ironed these, but shh, you definitely won't notice that. And then pop this through, and then it creates like a really lovely little fan moment. You just sort of spend a moment primping, and it looks very pretty, very effective, and so seasonal. Just love it. I need your ideas. Last year I did pumpkins and petals. So this year, what should we do? Should we do full-blown Thanksgiving? I'm feeling it. Or any other fun, interactive, pumpkin-esque, turkey Thanksgiving vibe, dinner party ideas? Let me know, and we will plan one together. Thinking potentially do something for Halloween. Oh, I don't know. That would be fun. Okay. That is looking so gorgeous. Fantastic. Right. I'm going to finish this off. I need some knives and forks, some glasses, and, as we like to say, Bob is your uncle. Okay, how cute is this looking? I'm obsessed with this runner. It just gives you a really wonderful idea of all of the different florals, the grass, the wheatgrass, the gourds, the beautiful pumpkins. It's so sweet. And again, all of these things, bar the runner and the sweet little napkins, everything we had at home. We've got pumpkins that I've had in my family for 20 years. These sweet little pumpkins, I can't remember where these came from. They might have come from Covent Garden Flower Market. These are like faux pears. I believe Ochre do some of these. Mrs. Alice, Pottery Barn, Rebecca Idyl. I'll link some similar candlestick holders. And then these are Summerall and Bishop. They're chargeable and brilliant. And I think that looks so sweet. And I've laid up, I couldn't have like the mismatched odd table settings. So I laid the head in the end, and I've done pudding and main course fork and a spoon and a knife, and these sweet little Rebecca Idyl green glasses. I love these. And I also love how versatile they are, because I could also use them as sweet little vases as well. So it's looking very, very simple indeed. I've got a beautiful fruit bowl. I think we bought this, I think Mark bought this. I think it came from St Paul de Vence, this beautiful wooden bowl, and these are all faux. So they're gorgeous. They could be real because I've got so many in the orchard. However, they're all in the freezer. I've lit the white rose and lemon leaves from Joe Loves, which is one of my favourite. And this is the gorgeous stand. Isn't that so beautiful? We've also got the Mackenzie Childs here. So I'm just so in love with our few new bits and bobs. I've been busy down here just peeling my pears, and these are our walnuts left over. I've cracked quite a few and definitely enough for our crumble. And then very, very kindly, Tracy, our wonderful housekeeper, had some bananas. So very generously, I'm going to borrow her bananas for our pear, banana and dark chocolate crumble this evening. So I'm going to peel the rest of these pears, these sweet, very pretty little baby pears. I'm going to pop the walnuts into probably a little crystal bowl or something fabulously fun to just have on the side, so somebody can get the walnut cracker, and just crack themselves a fresh walnut. Isn't that just divine? Okay, so this is where you know you may have gone a bit too far, but when there's a theme, there's a theme. So I am going to pop that there, and I'm going to fill it with the walnuts and just pop the little walnut cracker on the side. I love it. And I actually really love the fact that they have got a little bit of mud on them. I think it looks so rustic and beautiful. This type of thing my father will absolutely love. His favourite thing is when we forage and utilise everything from the farm. And so all of the apples, the pears, the quince, we make quince jelly, we make apple sauce, apple crumbles, absolutely everything. Even our local farmer, a little bit sad when you feel like you know the sheep, but brings the sheep over, you get the gist. And he really does adore the farm to plate concept and tries to live by it. He's very, very good. But doesn't that look so sweet? All of the walnuts, and then you've got the little walnut cracker on the side there. Faux pears, beautiful candle, and I'm gonna prep the crumble and then get on with the chili con carne. So our pears are peeled and all cut up. To be honest with you, I never really know exactly what the measures are, but for example, if your Pyrex dish is somewhat like this, you want to cover the bottom like so. And then because I only have 1.5 bananas, I'm going to use both of them. I would say to like do 2 to 3, and you want really ripe bananas as well. I mean, you can do it with slightly green ones, but I personally would recommend really ripe, and you want to slice them like this. I would nibble on it if I had more. And just going to scatter the bananas through the pears. Again, if you have got some pears that are looking a little bit brown and going over, again, perfect time to cook with them. And I'm just making sure these bananas are scattered throughout the pears. That is perfect. And then I'm going to get some dark chocolate, and we're going to just place the dark chocolate in between. And then when it melts, I can't even begin to tell you, the combination between this is just outstanding. But I am also going to add not the walnuts to the topping. I'm going to add the walnuts to this beautiful mixture so that they go soft and get covered by the chocolate. And I've left them quite chunky, so looking like so. Delicioso. Right, let's find some dark chocolate. There we go. I've got some chocolate. I'm just going to break this up. I'm going to use half, like so. I appreciate you can't actually see what I'm doing. Let's bring you down here. And I'm just going to break this up with my hands, she says, into little cubes. I'm just going to tuck them into the crumble. They can be literally any size. You can get a knife. Do not break it like that. Do not break it like that. Do not try this at home. There we go. And just scatter these around everywhere. This is my brother's favourite pudding in the whole world. I do this a lot for him. And actually for his birthday, Leonora texted me and was like, Leo, please send me the recipe. I was like, I don't have the recipe written down. So I voice noted her and was like, okay, you need to do this, 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 and this. And then she sent me a picture of him eating it on his birthday, which was so sweet. And yeah, the more you do it, the more you realise, like, do you want more banana? Do you want more pear? Do you want more dark chocolate? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is as easy as that. And then again, you can go as crazy as you like with the topping. I personally, with this, think there's enough flavours going on. I don't usually add the walnuts, but because they're in season and fresh and from home, I couldn't not. But I think with this, I keep it quite simple with the crumble topping. Literally all-purpose flour, golden sugar, golden caster sugar, and butter. Loads of cinnamon. You can also add a tiny touch of nutmeg because it's fall and almost Christmas. So that is ready to crumble. I'm going to leave that to one side. You guys know how to make a crumble topping, so I'm going to whiz ahead, make that, pop that to one side, and it's going to go in the oven for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes at 180. Eyeball it, definitely. I'd say half an hour, could sometimes be, depending upon your oven, 40 minutes. If you use an Aga, I would say half an hour in the bottom left oven. So this one here, like what you call the baking oven. And then another 10 minutes up the top here, just to get a really golden topping. It's just divine. Serve with double cream or ice cream, or heck, both. You only live once. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make the crumble and also get this chili con carne on the road. Daddy is home and the chili con carne is ready. It smells sensational. We've got freshly steamed rice that's fluffy and scrumptious, and some sour cream, some avo for the top, and I'm going to serve up. And here we go, dinner is ready and served. Definitely not looking super pretty, but will be super scrumptious. So we've got a homemade chili con carne, fluffy white rice with a little bit of cheese, some sour cream, and a little bit of avo on the top. So bon appetit. Right, we need to check the crumble. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Oh my goodness, Wiggy, you are ridiculous. What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly little pumpkin? Oh, this dog is just my world. Right, Wiggs, I'm going to have to move you out of the way. So when you ask me what an Aga slug is, this right here is the definition of an Aga slug. An Aga slug. Oh, the teeth. Okay, I'm meant to be checking the crumble, but that is just irresistible. Okay, right. Let's have a little look in here. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, I think I can move it up to the top. Okay, here we go. She is ready. She could be toasted slightly more, but I can't wait. It smells sensational. Trust me when I say this will be the best crumble you have ever tasted in your life. You get the crunch from the crumble, beautiful sweetness from the pears, the bananas, and the dark chocolate. It is just outstanding. It is officially bedtime. I can't even show you the monstrosity of in here. This is what has come whilst I was in New York. This is ridiculous. There is going to be an enormous unboxing happening in the next few days, but first we need to put the boys in their beds, but they need to go out first.
Come on then, my sweet precious child. He's waiting for his mummy and daddy. Come on then. No, we have to go further than that. Thank you very much. Odie will pee on the first blade of grass if he gets the chance. Right, let's head outside. And I believe we're going to have a rather spectacular moon this evening. Oh, we've even got some beautiful stars. Oh, wow. That flashing one there is actually in fact a plane. But those are stars. It's incredible. There's a big star up there. And look at the moon. You know what I'm like. Oh! As my mother says, I used to be a werewolf, but I'm alright now. Yes, I've completely lost the plot, but it's better to be barking mad than bloody boring. Sweet precious children. Night night boys. Sweet dreams. And don't let the big bed bugs